Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to teach you how you can use listicles to warm up your cold traffic. So a listicle is a pre-sale page that you put in between your ad creative and your product page, where you probably, when you're running ads, you're running them straight into a product page, but you can test out using a listicle. And it's so a listicle means a article plus a list. It's not meant to close a sale. It's just meant to prepare people, your buyers, for the product page. So use a listicle when your audience is cold or skeptical, when they need more education before actually getting sold to. So this would, for example, if you're selling a hoodie, it doesn't need all that much explanation. But if you're selling a weight loss supplement, you need to actually educate customers on how and actually if it does work, because they're skeptical. And when you're running narrowed ads or paid traffic from Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. So the core goal of a listicle is to do 80% of the persuasion before the reader even sees your product offer. And types of listicles, these are based on brand awareness. So of course you can test out every single one, and of course multiple angles of them. First of all is a unaware. It's like a curiosity or a weird trick. So for example, 10 habits that secretly drain your energy. There are problem aware angles where you focus on struggles and trends. A solution aware angle where you would compare solutions. So for example, top 3 sleep aids that actually work. You would compare your product to other alternatives out there, not necessarily calling out your rival brands directly, but do kind of us versus them angle. Product aware angle, so just reveal insights about your product if you are a well-known brand. And a most aware angle, so offer folks with urgency. So for example, why now is the best time to try out the product. All right, so now for an example of a listicle that we built for a brand called Walkie Paws. They're selling this dog boot leggings product, so your dog's paws stay healthy. So I came up with this kind of angle of 5 reasons why boot leggings are selling out this winter, because the winter time is coming up, and this product, basically it works on to protect your dog's paws from the hot pavement and also from the cold ground. So kind of a seasonal angle, right? And so for the background image, just use dogs on ice. You want to have, I like to add in a lot of social proof and risk reversals. These work really well for listicles usually. So very simple. The social proof, the headline, subheading, and then the call to action, secure my prayer now, and underneath there is the 30-day money back guarantee. Now to build up even more social proof, you have a featured in section, because this brand was featured in all of these publications. You can also test out having actually quoting what each publication said about it. As you can see, I have a sticky header with just the logo and a call to action, and also some social proof that's always following you around. So when you're ready to learn more, you can just click the call to action and it leads you to a product page. So after this, you have the actual reasons. And again, the layout is pretty simple. You just have a GIF or an image. If you have a lot of GIFs that might be worth testing out, for example, because this one is just showing the actual mechanism of how the boots stay on the dog, or you can just use a plain old image. So do a simple headline and then a subheading, a couple of sentences that actually explains it. It doesn't have to be 5 reasons. It can be 10, it can be 9, 11, it can be 3. You just test whatever works. And the layout is pretty simple. I like to vary it with it being on a different side, so it's visually appealing. And also for the actual content of this, you can just do your market research. because for example, number 2, it stops chemical splashback contamination. This is something I would have never thought of before I went into Gemini and did some research about it, because, well, this point just talks about that there are a bunch of chemicals on the ground, if sprayed for your sidewalks are salted, to remove the snow, and then the dogs lick their paws and they get sick later. So you can also come up with a advertorial angle for this, for example. So I also have a video on doing the market research that you can check out. Yeah, so focusing on the benefits. Also, I like to throw in a section that it's vet recommended and proven by thousands of happy customers. Again, just this small kind of creative to build up that trust, because again, this is cold traffic. They don't know anything about the brand. They don't really know what the product is. And so now we're really building it up and getting them ready for the product page. Then some select reviews trusted by 2,000 dog parents. I like to, all these images, of course, are in the snow mostly, because again, the angle is the snow. And the ad creative, I would also make it winter themed. So for the reviews, I handpicked these. These are all based on a sales objection. For example, this is like easier to put on than I expected, and they stay on well, because people, usually in this market, maybe the boots fall off after a while. Also, this one talks about over 45 years, spending money on dog boots, and this is like the only thing that actually worked. And also that this one talks about that it works on snow and salt and hot pavement and all of that. And then you have your offer section. So this call to action just leads to their product page, and I like to add in a bunch of unique selling propositions here, and then a risk reversal underneath, and then an image of the actual product. And then there's a FAQ section. Again, these are strategically placed. So return policy, how soon will I get it? Will it work? Will these protect your dog? Because this is what you're actually buying the product for. And another objection might be that they seem complicated to use. And then quickly, how this looks on mobile, because a lot of your traffic is going to be mobile. Let's scroll through it. Again, pretty much the same. Just want to keep it nice and neat, and then have the header here. These icons, you can just scroll through them. I laid out the actual points here, the image on top and then the text underneath. Just scroll through it all. Laid out these testimonials here, the call to action, the offer box, and then the FAQ. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, drop a like on this video. I will leave a link to a Replo listicle that you can just plug and play into your Shopify store. Just put in your text and you can just launch it. Also, if you want us to build you landing pages, be it listicles, advertorials, long-form sales pages, or Shopify themes, you can book a free call with me in the description below. Thank you.